Welcome to the Valdez family homestead, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I wanted to let you guys know ahead of time, I have been a little bit under the weather, as you can probably tell in my voice change. I am a little congested and I'm starting to feel better, but I don't know if it's allergies or just something else. Luckily, living here on the homestead, we have all kinds of herbs and stuff I can take, which have, I would say, been helping me. What I've been doing is taking a mixture of honey and those mint leaves that we have in our greenhouse, and they make me feel a ton better. So when I wake up in the morning, I drink a cup of tea with the mint leaves and fresh honey. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's video. I know you guys don't want to hear about me being sick, so today's video is gonna be a good one. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown on a greenhouse that was sent to me by my uncle for my birthday. Yes, you heard me right. In 1 week I will be 1 year older. I'm not gonna share my age on here, but anyways, my uncle sent me a greenhouse. I wanted to build low-hanging tunnels for these two garden beds. And so what I did the other day, I went to Home Depot, priced everything out. I was gonna use PVC pipe and the transparent sheeting that you can get, basically like a painter sheet. And what you use, it's a very simple process. You use the PVC pipe, you get that transparent sheet, you'll just build the arches over the area that you're wanting to cover with those low tunnels and put the clamps on there. So it's a fairly easy process, but I priced everything out. For one tunnel, it was roughly gonna cost about $60. So I was gonna do 2 of those low hanging tunnels. They were going to be about 4 feet high, but pricing those out for 2, since I was gonna need 2, was gonna be about $120. And my uncle the other day was showing me a greenhouse that he had purchased from a company called Vevor. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Don't quote me on that. I will have a link to their website down in the description. At the time of the filming of this, I'm not 100% sure if they're still on sale, but the one I have back here that was sent to me by my uncle, shout out to my uncle, thank you so much for this wonderful birthday present. When you're living on a homestead, this is a awesome birthday present to have, especially when you are going to need things like these anyways. But I will leave the link in the description below, giving you guys their website. They usually do have sales, is from what I can see in their history. They have several different sizes of these greenhouses. This specific one that was sent to me is 10 by 7 by 7. So that is perfect for what we need. And if it works out, if we like it, I plan on getting a second one of these. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, we built this greenhouse back here. That one took like 2 days to build because you have to build out your own frame and then you got to construct everything together. So that one is a more complicated process. So if you're looking for something simple and cheaper, because that one total cost was about $400 compared to $89. And so what we're gonna do is unbox this thing, put it together, give you my thoughts on this product. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Just to give you an idea, this is what is in the box that will cover the greenhouse. I would say it's a fairly heavy duty transparent tarp type material. So it's very similar to a tarp. So I guess only time will tell to see how long this will last, but I do feel that it will have a fairly good lifespan here on the homestead. Another good thing about this build that I like is the company has imprinted the numbers onto the bars themselves. So a lot of companies, they'll just slap on a sticker with the number of where it's going to go, and those stickers will fall off. So sometimes the process can get confusing if those poles get all mixed up and you're not sure exactly what number they are, especially when they're very similar in size and shape. So it seems like it's going to be a fairly simple build. You have 7 different types of poles. So I've got those all organized and split up there. Then you got your hardware to put these together, some rope, and then your tarp itself.
I'm so sorry for interrupting your regular programming, but I wanted to bring you guys some great product that was sent to me. So just to inform you, this was sent to me to give my own honest feedback on the product, and I want to share it with you here because I was told if I enjoyed the product to share it with you guys here on my channel, so maybe it can help you out on your homestead. Before we take a look at it, I do want to thank you again for being here with me, and if you made it this far in the video, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and like the video. Let's go ahead and take a look at that product now so we can get back to the content. As I previously stated, I'm not being paid in any way for this. I agreed with the company. If I enjoyed the product, I would share it here on the channel with my subscribers. So this is a company that is called Cokit, and they specialize in bug killers and mostly fly traps. So this one is the one I requested. It has 2,000 volts, covers up to 6,000 feet, has no smell, no sprays, no mess. This is about 4 days of action from this thing, and it does the job. As you can see here, let's see it in action. As you can see, it gets the job done, and it has easy cleanup as you can just pull out the tray once you're done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you get inside the box. You get 2 replacement light bulbs, and then you get an instruction manual, a brush to clean the system, 2 hooks, and a chain to hang it up if you would like to do that. Cokit also did send me over this other bug trap. I did not get to test this one out as extensive as the other one, but the way this one works is it has a LED at the top that will attract the flies to it. Then it has a fan that sucks them down into the compartment, having a sticky trap at the bottom, getting them stuck. As you can see, it also has an 8 or 12 hour timer. You can put that fan on low or high, and then you have the power button, and that's the tray where it'll suck those little buggers into that compartment. So moving forward, here is the sticky traps. It comes with a few of those, and then you get your instruction manual, and then a brush, and then finally your 12-volt adapter. And this one is made for outdoor use as well. The first one I showed you is strictly indoor use, but if you want to go ahead and check these fellas out, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Their link is on Amazon. They have a storefront there, and I'm loving the product. Go check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed the product I had to share with you. If you're planning on picking up that product, I will have links down in the description for you, but let's go ahead and get back to the video.
So essentially for the first part of the build, you're taking your number 5, so 3 number 5s and then 1 number 6 for the very end, and making your arches. And so this is what we have here. You're going to make 4 of these. So I've already got the 4 built out. Now we're moving on to the bottom frame is what we're building here. So you're gonna take 4 and 2 3s, and then a 4 and 2 3s, and then a 4 and a 3 for each end. So essentially what we're doing here is you're building the left side and then the right side separately. And then once you have both sides built, you're gonna conjoin them together. So that's what we're going to do now. So we've gotten all the pieces joined together. Now we have to go back and put screws where needed, and then go back and tighten everything up. Before we put the tarp in, there is a middle support bar here. We have 3 pieces left right there of this frame. And so basically what that's gonna do is put this center support bar here down the middle. Pretty much we're finished. This build roughly took about, I would say with one person working on this, about 40 minutes. So it's a fairly quick build. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get it finished up, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts, and we're going to see where we're going to place this on our homestead. Got the support bar going down the middle, everything all nice and tidy. I just wanted to let you see the frame of this build. We're going to secure this to our ground either with wooden stakes into each corner, or I'll just take some metal bars if I have any scraps of metal, and I'll put those on all four corners and at least go 2 feet down, because as you see, the structure of this, just your flimsy type of metal. So especially if you live in an area like we do where the winds can get pretty destructive, we don't want this thing to fly away. We want to get the most longevity out of this product. I feel it'll last a long time as long as it's cared for properly and secured to the ground properly. Let's go ahead and get the greenhouse cover on it, and I'll give you guys a final look. All right, so we've got her all finished up. 40-minute project. I'm gonna say an hour for everything that I did. And then I had, of course, my wife came out and helped me move it over to the spot we were wanting it. And so let's go ahead and take a look inside and see what I did to secure this to the ground. It does come with these ropes and these stakes. So on each of the corners, there is a spot on this tarp to tie it down, and then you just stake it into the ground. So on each of the corners, I've done that. Now to make this even more secure, I suggest using a thinner type of metal bar to anchor this down completely into the ground. We live in an area that gets very high winds here in Texas. So something like this will last you maybe a year if you don't properly secure it. So what I've done, I didn't have any extra scrap metal laying around or anything that I could secure this down with metal. I did have extra wood from our chicken coop build. And so what I've done is I roughly cut them about 18 inches and have placed them roughly 16 inches in the ground. And so what I've done here, as you can see there, it's secured. I made it into a stake. So I cut a 45-degree angle, made it into a stake. And then what I've done is put a self-tapping screw that goes from the wood to the bottom of the frame here, making sure it is nice and secure to the ground and the wind's not going to pick it up. And so I've done that for every single corner, as you can see there, back there in that corner as well, and right there. Something I wish they would have done, I know these don't last very long anyway, but these ties that secure the tarp to the frame, there is only 2 of these on each corner, so a total of 8. You've got one at the top here, one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then in the front, same thing, one at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom. I wish they would have made more of these straps for this part up here, because as you can see, it's very loose and it'll just flap. I mean, it's pretty tight on there, how tight we pulled it and that I staked it into the ground. That's more secure. But I still don't agree with why they did not add those ties on every post right here in the middle, and then possibly some on the sides as well in the middle. They didn't add any on the sides. That's one gripe I have about this little greenhouse. But other than that, I'd say if you stake it down, you properly secure it to the ground, this thing will last you quite a while, especially for the price you paid for it. Like I said, this one I believe was roughly $89. No shipping costs, anything like that. It was free to ship. Like I said, I did not pay for this. My uncle paid for it from the Vevor site. Here is the name of it, Vevor. I've never heard of it until my uncle mentioned it to me. It's a quick build, so it'll take you roughly about 40 minutes to put this together. And it's very light, so you build it wherever you have the most space, and then you can move it and situate it where you need it afterwards. And then really all you need to do is properly secure it to the ground. And so for a starter greenhouse,
or if you just want to have a few of these, if you want to get like 3 of these in the yard, you're going to spend under $300 for 3 of these. And I mean, that's a great deal to have 3 of these greenhouses. And I will tell you, it is extremely hot in there, so I can guarantee through the rest of spring and summer we're gonna let it ventilate in here, have it open. Unless we have real bad storms, we'll close it up. It has the buckles to keep the door open. It is just a zipper to zip close. And then it has 3 windows on each side that you can secure up to keep it ventilated in there. I would say this is completely worth it. And I'm probably gonna end up picking up a second one to put over our garden bed here. We haven't had the most success out of these garden beds this year. It's kind of weird because last year we grew green beans just fine. Like, our green beans were growing great. And this year they're struggling. They're getting there, but they're struggling a little more than they were. And as I have told you guys in my previous videos, they're spraying more chemicals in the air. And I believe this does have an effect on our garden, especially in our area. We have a lot of farmland back this way, and they're leaving these chemtrails more in the area than any other year that I've seen before. Of course, they've been doing this for a long time, but they have upped how much they are spraying in the air. I'll see these planes go through here at least 2 to 3 times a day. I think it's causing harm to our garden. We're hoping with this we'll see more results for our garden, but I'll keep you guys updated and informed on that. I will for sure be purchasing at least 1 more of these. And I can tell you, these are gonna be very beneficial in the winter. We can start pre-seeding in the winter when it's cold, especially in our area. It is a little bit easier. We can start a little bit sooner because it doesn't get that cold, and we can kind of estimate when our last frost is gonna be. So I do wanna thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate the support. Leave comments below. Let us know what you wanna see in these next videos. Please give us a like on the way out. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all of this exciting content. But until the next one, see you guys later.